Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to get past all the buzz and the headlines you see about the FinTech revolution. We're going to break down what's really making it all tick, the fundamental pillars holding it all up.
I mean, you see it every day, right? A new app here, a massive funding round there. But what's really going on behind the scenes? What are the actual core ingredients that let some tiny startup take on a financial system that's been around for centuries?
And the sheer scale of this change, it's just staggering. I mean, just take Africa, for example. The number of fintech companies there has nearly tripled since 2020. That's not just a trend, That's a full-blown explosion.
Okay, so let's get into it. We're going to look at this global surge and then dive into Pillar 1, the foundation. After that, we'll hit Pillar 2, the AI engine, and then Pillar 3, the all-important human factor. Finally, we'll see how it all comes together.
All right, first up, Pillar 1, the foundation. Think about it. Before you can build a skyscraper, you need a rock-solid foundation, right? Same thing here. Before any cool new app can even exist, it needs that essential infrastructure. Basically, the digital plumbing that lets everything else work.
And you can really see the difference here. Before, if you wanted to build a fintech product, oh man, it was so complex, so slow. But now, there's this new layer of infrastructure that just changes the whole game. It's what allows for things like embedded payments. When you pay for your Uber or your food delivery right inside the app without thinking about it. That kind of simplified integration just massively speeds up growth.
And a really great real-world example of this is what's happening with MasterCard and M-Pesa over in Africa. They're not just making another app for you and me. Nope. They're building the actual rails, the tracks that other innovators can then build their own trains on. And here's why that's so important. By providing that foundation, they're letting startups focus on what they do best, innovating and creating amazing things for their customers. They don't have to waste time and money reinventing the wheel, rebuilding the basic plumbing of payments every single time. It's all about speed. It's all about efficiency.
Okay, so you've got the foundation poured. It's solid. What's next? Well, now you can start building on top of it with Pillar 2, the AI engine. This is where things get really smart. This is the intelligence layer that doesn't just make finance faster, but actually fundamentally smarter.
Yeah, we're talking about artificial intelligence. Well, look, this isn't some vague sci-fi concept. In FinTech, AI is being used in really specific, really powerful ways. It's solving real-world problems that have been a headache for the industry for decades, especially when you're trying to operate in places where you just don't have a ton of traditional financial data to work with. I mean, right now, AI is in the driver's seat for all kinds of things. It's assessing risk, it's verifying who you are online, it's stopping fraud in its tracks, and you've even got companies building their own custom engines, like Dave's Cash AI, to make better, more accurate decisions about things like credit. And make no mistake, this isn't just some little tool they're using in the back office. It is a core part of their strategy. I mean, think about it. When a company like Dave brings in an AI heavyweight from places like Meta and Google to sit on their board, well, that's a huge signal. They're basically screaming that their entire future is being built on AI. But you can have the best foundation in the world, the smartest AI engine ever created, and it's all for nothing without our final and maybe the most important pillar, the human factor. Because at the end of the day, behind every line of code, behind every algorithm, there's a person calling the shots. Just look at a market like the UK. It's incredibly competitive. You're talking about more than 3,300 firms, billions of dollars in investment flying around. When it's that crowded, your tech alone just isn't going to cut it. It can't be your only edge. That's when the psychology of the people in charge, that becomes your real secret weapon.
And this is such a key point from leadership expert Dr. Ryan Sherman. He says that the one thing that drives a founder's success, that relentless ambition, can also be the very thing that sinks them. It's a classic double-edged sword.
And this table just lays it out so clearly, doesn't it? That ambition, it's powerful. It fuels growth, it brings in the big bucks from investors, it gets the team fired up, but there's a dark side. Without a dose of humility, that same ambition can lead to overconfidence, taking crazy risks, maybe even cutting some ethical corners, all things that can absolutely destroy a company. The best founders, they figure out how to balance it. They use that ambition like a gas pedal, but they use self-awareness as the steering wheel.
Look, this industry changes by the minute. New tech, new rules, new customer demands, it never stops. So being able to adapt, to pivot, that's not some fluffy, soft skill. It is a hardcore strategic requirement. It's about survival. Okay, so we have our three pillars: the foundation, the AI engine, and the human factor. So how does it all come together? What's the winning formula?
Well, real sustainable innovation isn't just about nailing one of these. It's like a three-legged stool. You need that solid foundation to keep it stable. You need the smart AI to make it useful. And you absolutely need the wise human leadership to make sure the whole thing doesn't tip over. It's all about that delicate balance.
Which kind of leaves us with one last thing to think about, doesn't it? As finance gets more and more automated, as everything becomes about the algorithm, maybe, just maybe, the most important algorithm of all is the human one.